Yo, what's up? We back to another episode of Struggle Dynasty. I don't have my phone on me. I'm going to grab it right now. Give me a second, folks. Hey, can you call my phone? Can you call my phone? Oh, I got that one. Call me on Facebook. Call me on Facebook. I got the other phone. I'm playing football. Yeah. Yeah. You can come play. You can play tomorrow. Oh, I thought it was in here for a second. All right, thanks. I double check them, but I already checked. Yeah. You're welcome. Hey, bet.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
What's good?
No.
I should have rolled up before I started this, and I definitely should have had my phone before this. But it is 10:14 p.m. Friday, May 24th. And this episode, like all episodes, is dedicated to my lovely fiance.
Where?
Connor Cookson. Okay.
No, I have insurance.
He was with me last round. We were destroying them. And it glitched out on me. So what are we doing here? I don't even want to play. Actually, I don't want to play for the game. Screw it. Just go. I'm on offense already.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 30. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now Cook. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Bo Allen able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to.
And he can't get away from the pressure. Cook goes down. Noah Spence in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided there was a time to...
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they give this time to the tailback. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well. Because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down.
Man, that would have been a pick, though.
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand.
Always send the kicks.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. Pinion now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, "I believe in my offense." Sometimes the coach saying, "I believe in my defense." I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
Apologies, Milo. My phone died.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Cook operating from the gun. Incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You said make sure you don't throw it up.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
But how about this, a fake?
Oh,
but he will not make the first down marker, and that'll be a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Going to throw right side here, complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Coming up at halftime, remember, we'll get you out to Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of this first half. That is, of course, unless you decide to skip him.
And for the record, we do not encourage that.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
No, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best.
24, I have to look again.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. And Parkey's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. We turn our attention here to Martavis Bryant. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there was going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Well, so far, just the single catch.
I know we're doing this game live, but let's step into the film room for just a second, because when they review this play, oh, the negatives are going to be incredible on this one. Rolling out to his right. Yeah, he's right-handed, so that's a natural spot for him. But he throws back across his body back into traffic.
Big no-no.
Oh, that's a monster no-no. The only good thing that happened, it fell incomplete. Very fortunate.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. To throw is Cook. Throwing again. He's going to air one out. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. The Lions on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing. Cook. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team toward the victory.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to...
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. Prater on to add the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Hold on.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the gun, Winston throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Now Jameis on 2nd down. That's caught inside the 20. That goes.
What?
Goes for a gain of 31.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll throw again. Winston throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And Parkey's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Here we go.
Here's Cook. A final shot before break. He's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
In motion right is Bryant. A final shot before break. Cook. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Boy, a rough crowd. No football for 6 months already. We're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Connor Cook gears up to go again on offense for this next possession. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here we go now.
Now Cook to throw on third down. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Now a handoff looking right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Let's go.
Cook now looking to throw on second down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Cook throwing on fourth down, and they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And a good hit there and knocked down hard. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up first and goal. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Hard throw, incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On fourth down, Cook. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And Detroit getting set to go now. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We hit a wall, so to speak.
And hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole those tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Only a yard of the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9. To throw is Cook. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Here's Cook. Throwing on 4th down.
Oh,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points. Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And the lead is down to 2. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. Pretty move. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
All right, here we go. Blue landing. Blue landing. No. Check. Patriot.
Now Cook to throw on 2nd down. And some room to roam now. Johnson jostles free. And he will score.
Pick 6s. I'm going to just go ahead.
Down Tampa Bay.
What's this? We'll do this. That's unfortunate. Again, we paused it.
Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into it.
Y'all see that? That's wild. 2 pick 6s though. That was rough on me just now. It's time to make some changes. This is where I thrive at. That's how we gonna get this dynasty together.
What? No. He just went to the bathroom. Patty? Huh? Can you let him out? I'm watching the stove. Go outside. Go on, outside. Go outside. That's the one from the car. I forgot to bring it in. Go outside. Outside. Go outside. Come on. Outside. Come on. Outside.
talking to me?
Yeah,
Do what?
you're video chatting me.
Oh no, I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, I was confused. I was like, who the hell's trying to call me? Because I didn't think it was you because you weren't saying anything. And I would have thought you would have asked before you tried to call me. Like video chat, not call. You know what I mean.
Yeah. Great. I'm not gonna do it. Let's go. Offensive line. Defensive back. Dynasty last 22. Oh no. No. Not paying attention, bro. Tacos again today, guys. I'm putting some Lay's Better Made Special Southern Style Sweet Heat Barbecue on here. No sponsor. Just like layering it. Uh, 0.5.
0.5.
Yeah. I love you though. You hear me? I said I love you though. But yeah, these tacos are about to be bomb, guys. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. What were you talking about? Talking about tacos, and I was like, someone must have commented and asked about tacos or something.
No, but
Wait, are you streaming?
hell yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
So, are you in the kitchen?
No.
Oh, I thought you were like making tacos.
No, I'm eating these shits.
Oh,
Mmm.
ouch! That burned my throat. Okay, good.
That's good. Oh, nobody got nothing.
You come becoming a very good cook.
What'd you say? What'd you say, babe? Huh?
I said I think I'm becoming a very good cook.
Oh, of course. You're talented.
And right after I said that, Betty said, "Boy, that smells good right now."
I love you.
I love you. This shit does smell good as fuck, though.
Can't pass block for squad. $78. Are they better than what I got? see what I got in that house before I do this, because I really can't afford it. Sorry, building my taco over here. SmashGang.com. Skirt. For me, 276s leaves a lot to be desired. Joe Dolphin's actually better. I did get Emily. He can pass balls. I run block, obviously. Building through the draft. Should be more competitive next year, but the year after that, I think we can make a deep run. For sure. Like, I think we can make it next year, if not this year, honestly. But for sure, next year. Frank Ragnow, dope. Taylor Decker's the problem. I don't care how quick they say you learn. Dogs look liability. 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 I keep saying viability. Galladay. No offense. I usually keep him, but it's not gonna work for what I'm trying to do. Honestly, I usually keep him as a surplus because I usually have my team stacked. Whatever. What? How can I start it?
Down where?
You
Down
ate it?
where? I wasn't in the basement, so I didn't know.
It's weird. It's weird. Pretty good at QB. Especially if I can get Goo. Running back. Hmm?
I said this tastes so much better than the last time.
Because you're improving, dog.
Food's done. Did you hear me? Betty? Yeah. The food's done.
I don't think I really want to share it. Now, do I think about it? So I didn't expect anybody to want any of these guys, but I've seen crazier things happen.
It tastes better than last time. No. She smells food. Be careful, it's very hot.
Right now, guys, I'm looking for somebody whose top need is a receiver. But
Cool.
looks like second is the most I'll be able to get from anybody. Oh, they got the running back. No, I like that.
Alright. No. No. Can I have some fruit?
I'm about to jam up. It's crazy.
I got it. Just put this there.
Gotta give it like $2 million in salary.
I didn't try it. What's in it? Alright. I'll have some.
What am I doing? Fuck.
That's okay. I think there's more meat in there, and then there's more, another can of the. Yeah. 4? I only saw 3. I thought. Yeah.
Still no.
I used 2. Cause I used one when I made it last time, and then 1 today. No, that's 2. There's 1 in the cabinet. That's it. Mhm. had her baby 4 months early. Not at 4 months, but 4 months early. Come on, boy. Yeah. I can see. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Good boy. Good boy. Come on. Good boy. Move. Move.
excited. Free safety.
Hey. Get off me. Come here. My legs are like that. Can you know? Hey.
Hmm?
Oh, I wasn't talking to you, but hey. What you doing?
Just sucking at Madden right now. What about you, babe?
Just got done eating my sloppy joe. Now I'm eating peaches.
Okay, okay. I should just peachy. Whoa, I didn't mean to press on.
Come here. 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 You gotta eat it. Dumbass. You don't lick it, you chew it. Fucking peach. There you go. Or just spit it out. That's cool.
Don't want too much for all of these guys. I'm gonna come back to this later. I got an attitude. Love you guys. Appreciate it.